Hey guys, hope you're all well. I'm Tristan and you're watching Precision Rifle Reviews. Funnily enough, talking about rifles, I'm getting mine ready for a comp tomorrow, and one of the important things, given that I'll most likely be looking down the scope, is making sure that that optic's nice and clean. So I thought I'd go through my cleaning process for my scope, because it is a bit of a process, if you wanted to call it that. And what I've actually found is the original packaging that it came in. These are very generic kits. You can get them on eBay and places like that very, very inexpensively. I paid $24.95 Australian dollars, but that's because, hey, I bought it at a camera shop and I was just there and I didn't really care about the cost at the time for 20 bucks. But it's a 4-in-1 kit. I'm going to go through what you get in the kit. You can buy these, like I say, just about anywhere, and they're all going to be very much of a muchness. There's not going to be one particular kit that cleans your lens any better than the next one. They're all going to be pretty good. So the first thing in the kit, and I think it's really important and a really awesome device, is this little like a blower. It's got a cap on the end so you don't get dust in there when it's back in your bag or in packs and that sort of thing. And quite literally, you just blow and it blows air. What it means is that you can go around, and I'll show you this, around the optical lenses and that sort of thing, and blow off that initial dust and debris and stuff that's putting on there. You will be very, very surprised how dirty they get. I've used my rifle in the field and comps and that type sort of thing. Every time I give it a clean, I am always surprised and kick myself that I haven't done it earlier than this, because they're really quite dusty and quite dirty. So I'm going to go through how I do it in just 2 seconds. But in the kit, you get, there were 4 pieces. 1, this one. 2, you get a cleaning cloth. 3, you get some cleaning spray. And I think that this one here is better than like using Windex and that sort of thing. So if you can get like a sunglass cleaner or a lens cleaner, they're a little bit better. I think basically they're just an ammonia makeup, but I think most importantly they dry very well, so that's why I say with the ammonia. Then you get these little cleaning pens, and these are really cool. So it's got a slide, just comes out, and you've got like a little dusting brush, which I'll show you how you use that. Then at the top of the pen, take it off, it's got a little cleaning cloth. This is like a tiny little microfiber pen as a kind of a finisher. So let me show you my my steps and how I do it. And I'm not saying that this is how everybody must do it and this is the only way to do it. It's just how I do it, and hey, I'm happy to be wrong, because I've been wrong once before in my life as well. Okay, so first step is, if you do have a sunshade, take your sunshade off. Always blowing back out, so you know, obviously you look out this way, so blowing back out, just get your duster and just give it a good blowout. Now these dusters don't blow heaps and heaps of air, so you can be guaranteed that you're, you know, working around your lenses and that sort of thing, you're not going to blow anything into the scope. Now on a quality rifle scope, you don't have to be worried about that anyway. These things can be totally submerged in water using an air gun, or little things. You're not going to blow air into it. But what I wouldn't be doing is grabbing a high compressor air gun, like a, you know, attached to a compressor, and using that. That's super high pressure, and these are very fine microscopic particles. You're not going to blow it in there, but you don't want to try either. Okay, so let's get down to the rifle scope, and I'll show you my step. So I always start at the top, because if there's any dust at the bottom, which I can just see it sitting here, if there's any dust at the bottom and I blow here now, it's going to blow it up against the lens. So I'll start at the top, and I just work my way around the outside first, over the threads, so they don't get gunked up when I put my sunshade back on, and then finally just work across the lens. Now you're going to mimic this process obviously on the objective lens and on your eyepiece after. So that's kind of step 1 was taking this off. Step 2, give it a good blowout. Okay, now before we get to any lens cleaning kit, we're going to go to your pen and just get that little duster out. Obviously the idea of the blower was to get the bulk of it off, but there will be tiny little pieces in there that might have stuck with a little bit of static and that sort of thing. So you just give it a very light brush. Then I go back to this one, give it a little bright, because you would have broken up any static now. And that is it there. So by brushing it off, If you do have any static dust, the blower going back over it will clear that up for you, no problems at all. Now just get your cleaning cloth, find a nice clean piece. It only needs one spray on there. It's a very small piece of glass. And I just dab it on like that and then just slowly wipe around the outside. Now you don't need to press hard on this at all, guys. These are very, very strong glass, very high quality glass, especially on an optic as high end as a March scope, or any sort of, you know, high end scope is going to have really good quality glass. You can just sort of work across there. Just give it just a general clean out. I don't think I have to tell you how to do that. So it's all nice and clean. Give that a shake off. Now find a dry part of that cloth and go back over it once again. That's just to dry it off. Obviously you don't want to touch the glass with your finger because we have oils on our fingers. Now what I do is just take the lid off that pen, and you can see, I don't know if the camera's going to pick up on it, just a tiny little pad. This is my favourite bit. And just lightly go around the outside, and then I just work from left to right slowly, from top to bottom, and I just do that process twice. It's almost like it just polishes it off. And I can guarantee you, after having done that, it will be 100% clean. Then I just pull that off, give it one last blow off. Like I said, on the inside of that objective lens, just a general cleaning cloth, just on the inside. Okay, close that one. Put your objective lens back on if you're going to be running one, if you're using one. And then I use the March Velcro patch as a lock for this particular one. Not that it needs it, because they tighten up very, very well. But I just find for comp shooting, or in my opinion for comp shooting, I just think it's a good idea to have that little bit of extra security, that I don't have something going loose on me if I can avoid it. Then I'll just copy that same process from the front to the rear lens, and we're done. So like I say, it says 8-minute video on cleaning a lens, but there is a bit of a process to it, and that's how I do it. If you like that video, go ahead and smack the little like button, share it around, subscribe if you want to, and I hope to see you on the next video.